Welcome to Tour Chron. If you're a traveler and love nature, then you're at the right place. Please subscribe to us and press the bell icon. Today we'll dive into the most beautiful lakes in the world. Lakes are the natural wonders of the world with breathtaking views, fresh water, and trust me, not all of them are blue. Some of the lakes have the most serene and peaceful environments with birds gliding above them. It's just unrealistic. Before starting the video, we would like to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us about your favorite lake in your country. Share your thoughts, memories, or recommendations. Who knows? Your suggestion might inspire our next video on it. These are our picks for the top 30 most beautiful lakes to visit in the world. Moraine Lake. In the rugged terrain of Banff National Park, Moraine Lake is a standout, not just for its beauty, but for its sheer geological wonder. This isn't your average lake, it's a glacially fed marvel, sitting about 6,183 feet above sea level, right in the embrace of the Valley of the Ten Peaks. Each of these peaks towers over 10,000 feet, forming a dramatic backdrop that's hard to forget. Now let's talk about that striking color. Moraine Lake isn't just blue, it's kind of a turquoise that you probably thought only existed in Photoshop. This is thanks to the light bouncing off the rock floor. That's finely ground rock particles, for those who don't know, mixed in the water. It's a natural science lesson in real time. Historically, this lake is a bit of a celebrity too. It was once featured on the Canadian $20 bill. That's right, it was literally money-worthy. And when you're there, surrounded by the rugged peaks and the crisp mountain air, you'll understand why. The area around Moraine Lake is a haven for wildlife. We're talking grizzly bears, if you're lucky enough to spot one from a safe distance, and a variety of rare bird species. It's a living, breathing ecosystem that demands respect and awe. For the adventurers, Moraine Lake is a playground. Canoeing on its glassy surface, hiking trails that offer postcard-worthy views at every turn, and spots that are a photographer's dream. This place is active Instagram bait. But it's not just about the photo ops. Conservation is key here. Efforts are constantly made to keep Moraine Lake pristine and unspoiled. It's a delicate balance of welcoming visitors and preserving nature's work. Best time to visit? Late June to August, when the lake is at its full glory. But here's a pro tip. Get there early in the morning. You'll beat the crowds and catch that surreal morning light that makes the lake look like it's glowing. Trust me, it's worth the early alarm. Qiandao Lake. In the heart of Zhejiang Province lies Qiandao Lake, a spectacular man-made creation that emerged in 1959 with the construction of the Xining River Dam. This event transformed a valley into a vast lake, a feat of engineering that reshaped the landscape dramatically. Qiandao Lake is extraordinary, not just in its creation but in its structure. Imagine over 1,000 islands scattered across its surface, each one a unique world unto itself. Some are cloaked in dense greenery, others are more austere with their rocky faces, but all contribute to the lake's mosaic of natural beauty. Beneath the serene blue waters of Qiandao Lake lies a hidden chapter of history. Submerged cities dating back to the Eastern Han Dynasty rest in silence, offering a mysterious glimpse into an ancient past. These underwater ruins are not just archaeological wonders, they're portals to a time long gone. The lake's ecosystem is a thriving hub of biodiversity. It's a sanctuary for various fish species, making it an ideal spot for fishing enthusiasts and nature lovers. This rich aquatic life is a crucial aspect of the lake's environmental significance. Qiandao Lake is a magnet for tourists seeking both adventure and tranquility. Whether it's exploring the islands by boat, engaging in water sports, or simply basking in the peaceful surroundings, the lake offers a multitude of experiences. Preserving this natural wonder is a priority. Efforts to maintain the water quality and protect the lake's delicate ecosystem are ongoing, balancing the needs of tourism with environmental stewardship. Bacalar Lake. Bacalar Lake in Mexico is a real show-off, and rightly so. Known as the Lake of Seven Colors, this freshwater wonder is like a painter's palette dropped into nature. The water here isn't just blue, it's a canvas of blues, greens, and every shade in between. It's not just the Caribbean that gets to have all the fun with colors. This isn't your typical lake. Bacalar is a geological jackpot. The water is so clear you'd think it was being filtered by nature itself. And in a way it has. The lake's multicolored appearance comes from its varying depths and sandy bottom, creating a spectrum of colors that change with the sunlight. But Bacalar isn't just a pretty face, it's steeped in history. This place was once a favorite spot for pirates. Yes, real pirates. And before them, it was significant to the Mayans. There's history in every ripple of its water. Ecologically, it's a superstar. Bacalar is home to stromatolites, one of the oldest life forms on Earth. These living fossils are a rare sight and a reminder of the lake's ancient roots. For those who love a bit of adventure, Bacalar is your playground. Kayaking through its clear waters, swimming in its refreshing depths, or exploring nearby cenotes. It's an experience that's hard to beat. But with great beauty comes great responsibility. Bacalar faces its share of conservation challenges, and pollution is a real threat here. The community and local authorities are working hard to preserve this natural wonder. Sustainable tourism isn't just a buzzword here, it's a necessity. And if you're planning a visit, here's a tip. Take it slow. Bacalar is best enjoyed at a leisurely pace. Soak in the colors, respect the environment, and maybe, just maybe, you'll feel the echoes of its pirate-filled past and the whispers of ancient Mayan spirits. Laguna Verde. In the Eduardo Avoria Andean Fauna National Reserve, Laguna Verde stands as a marvel of nature. This high-altitude salt lake, perched over 14,000 feet above sea level, offers a landscape that's more akin to a science fiction setting than your typical lakeside view. The most striking feature of Laguna Verde is its chameleon-like quality. The lake's colors shift from a brilliant turquoise to a rich emerald, influenced by the wind and sunlight. This isn't just a visual treat, it's a display of nature's dynamic artistry at play. Picture this. The lake is nestled at the foot of the imposing Lacáncabar volcano. This majestic peak doesn't just serve as a stunning backdrop, it's a dominant force in the landscape, adding to the surreal feel of the area. Adaptation is the name of the game for the wildlife and fauna around Laguna Verde. The species here have evolved to thrive in extreme conditions, offering a unique glimpse into the resilience of life in challenging environments. For the local indigenous communities, Laguna Verde is more than a scenic spot. It's a part of their cultural fabric, woven into their history and traditions. As a visitor, it's crucial to tread lightly in the delicate ecosystem. Following eco-friendly practices ensures that Laguna Verde remains unspoiled for future generations. Lake Bled. Lake Bled in Slovenia is more than just a body of water. It's a fusion of history and nature. Here, the medieval Bled Castle stands guard over the lake, its walls echoing centuries of stories. This isn't just a tourist spot, it's a living museum perched on a cliff. At the lake's center, an island beckons with the Assumption of Mary Church, where ringing the bell is said to make wishes come true. It's a tradition that adds a touch of magic to the already enchanting scenery. The lake is framed by forest and the Julian Alps, creating a serene, almost painting-like backdrop. It's a natural setting that is calming as it is impressive, offering a break from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Lake Bled isn't just for sightseeing, it's a playground for outdoor enthusiasts. Whether it's rowing, hiking, or exploring local flavors, there's something for everyone. It's about experiencing the lake, not just viewing it. Cultural events here are a deep dive into Slovenian traditions. Festivals and celebrations around the lake are a window into the local way of life, blending fun with cultural immersion. Conservation is key at Lake Bled. Efforts to keep the lake pristine are a priority, ensuring that this natural gem remains unspoiled for future visitors. Each season brings a new look to Lake Bled. From summer's vibrant green to winter's snowy blanket, the lake's beauty is ever-changing, offering a different experience with every visit. Crater Lake. Crater Lake in Oregon. This is the deepest lake in the United States, and it didn't just appear, it was born from the collapse of Mount Mazama, a volcano that decided to reshape the landscape about 7,700 years ago. The color of Crater Lake is something else. It's not just blue, it's a deep, mesmerizing hue that comes from the clarity and depth of the water. It's like looking into the Earth's own sapphire. Then there's the Phantom Ship, a natural rock formation that looks like a ghostly ship adrift in the lake. It's not just a quirk of nature, it's a piece of the lake's character. adding to the mystique of this already mysterious place. The flora and fauna around Crater Lake have adapted to the alpine environment, making it a hot spot for nature lovers. It's a living showcase of how life adapts and thrives, even in the most unexpected places. For the active souls, Crater Lake is a playground. Hiking trails offer breathtaking views, boat tours provide a different perspective, and winter sports turn the area into a snowy wonderland. It's an all-season destination. Conservation and research are ongoing here. Scientists and environmentalists are constantly working to study and protect this unique ecosystem, ensuring that Crater Lake remains as pristine as it is today. Visiting Crater Lake? The best viewpoints and times to visit can make all the difference. Whether it's catching the sunrise at Watchman Overlook or exploring the Rim Drive, each spot offers a new way to appreciate this magnificent lake. Kerid Crater. Kerid Crater in Iceland is a masterpiece of volcanic activity. Formed about 3,000 years ago, this crater lake is a testament to the fiery forces that shaped Iceland's landscape. It's a glimpse into the Earth's fiery heart, right here in the land of ice and fire. The crater's most striking feature is its contrast of colors. The red volcanic rock walls against the aquamarine water create a visual spectacle that's almost otherworldly. And it's not just the lake, it's a canvas, where nature has painted its masterpiece. Kerid Crater holds a special place in Icelandic culture. It's not just a geological site, it's woven into the fabric of Icelandic sagas and folklore. This crater tells stories, not just of the Earth's past, but of the people who have lived with it. For those who love to explore, Kerid Crater is a hiker's delight. The trails around the crater offer views that are as breathtaking as they are unique. And for photographers, this place is a dream, offering shots that are as dramatic as they are beautiful. Preserving this delicate volcanic landscape is crucial. Efforts to maintain the crater's natural state ensure that Kerid remains as stunning for future generations as it is today. Visiting Kerid Crater is easy, but it comes with a responsibility. Accessibility is good, but visitors are encouraged to respect this natural wonder, leaving no trace behind. And let's not forget the seasonal changes. Kerid Crater transforms throughout the year, from the lush greens of summer to the icy whites of winter, each season adding a new layer to its beauty. It's a place that never looks the same twice, always offering a new perspective on nature's power and artistry. Lovatnet Lake. Lovatnet Lake in Norway, known for its dramatic history. The lake has witnessed 2 catastrophic tsunamis caused by rock slides, events that have shaped not only the landscape, but also the local lore. The lake is cradled by steep mountains and glaciers, creating a setting that's both awe-inspiring and humbling. It's a reminder of nature's power and beauty, standing in stark contrast to the serene waters of the lake. And speaking of the water, Lovatnet's color is a spectacle in itself. The lake boasts a unique green hue, a gift from the glacial meltwater that feeds it. And for those who love the outdoors, Lovatnet is a paradise. Kayaking on its tranquil waters, hiking the rugged trails, or exploring nearby attractions, the lake offers a range of activities that immerse you in its natural splendor. Conservation here is about respecting the past and protecting the future. Efforts to maintain the natural environment and implement safety measures are a priority, ensuring that Lovatnet remains a safe and beautiful destination for all. The lake holds a special place in local folklore and history. It's not just a body of water, it's a character in the stories and traditions of the people who live around it. Lake Wakatipu. As the 3rd largest lake in New Zealand, Wakatipu is more than its size. It's known for its unusual tide, a geological quirk that makes it unique. This isn't just a lake, it's a natural phenomenon that challenges the norms of lake behavior. Queenstown, the adventure capital of New Zealand, sits on its shores, turning Lake Wakatipu into an adrenaline-pumping hub. From bungee jumping to skiing, the lake is the epicenter of outdoor activities that attract thrill seekers from around the world. The lake's environmental diversity is a treasure trove for nature lovers. Home to unique flora and fauna, it's a living showcase of New Zealand's rich biodiversity. Conservation and sustainability are at the forefront of efforts to protect Lake Wakatipu's ecosystem. It's not just about preserving the lake, it's about ensuring its health for future generations. For visitors, exploring Lake Wakatipu's surroundings and immersing in the local culture is an experience in itself. The lake is a gateway to understanding the region's heritage and lifestyle. Seasonal changes bring out different facets of Lake Wakatipu's beauty. Whether it's the lush greens of summer or the snowy whites of winter, the lake transforms with the seasons, offering a new perspective with each visit. Lake Kawaguchi. Lake Kawaguchi stands out as a serene jewel among the Fuji 5 lakes, offering breathtaking vistas of the iconic Mount Fuji. The lake's relationship with the mountain is more than just geographical. It's a harmonious blend of natural grandeur and cultural reverence. The lake has served as a source of inspiration for countless artists and poets, its tranquil beauty igniting the flames of creativity. Lake Kawaguchi transcends being a mere body of water, evolving into a symbol of artistic and poetic expression in Japanese culture. Adventure and relaxation find a perfect balance here. Whether it's a peaceful boating, engaging in fishing, or experiencing the excitement of the nearby Fuji-Q Highland Amusement Park, Lake Kawaguchi caters to a spectrum of interests and tastes. Each season brings a new face to Lake Kawaguchi. Spring adorns its banks with the delicate pink of cherry blossoms, while autumn drapes it in a cloak of rich, fiery colors. The lake is a living canvas, showcasing nature's ability to paint awe-inspiring landscapes. As tourism flourishes, the environmental preservation of Lake Kawaguchi remains a priority. Protecting its natural state is vital to sustaining its beauty and ecological balance, ensuring it remains a cherished destination. The lake area offers a deep dive into traditional Japanese culture. From the warm hospitality of ryokans to the exquisite local cuisine, visitors can immerse themselves in experiences that epitomize the essence of Japanese living. Attabad Lake. Situated in the Hunza Valley of northern Pakistan, it is a breathtaking natural wonder due to a catastrophic landslide in January of 2010. The incident happened when an enormous landslide obstructed the Hunza stream, making a catastrophic dam and lowering a few towns. The lake has drawn in vacationers and nature lovers worldwide. The lake extends roughly 14 miles and arrives at profundities of up to 300 feet. What makes Attabad Lake genuinely entrancing is its lively turquoise tone, a consequence of the daylight bouncing off icy minerals suspended in the water. This unmistakable tone, lofty mountains, and rough scenes make a strange and pleasant setting. The formation of Attabad Lake has modified the topography of the district as well as altogether affecting the neighborhood networks. While the calamity caused removal and obliteration, it strangely led to another wellspring for vocation of the occupants. The lake presently fills in as a center point for sailing, fishing, and travel industry-related exercises, giving financial open doors to individuals in the Hunza Valley. Lately, Attabad Lake has become a famous location for homegrown and global travelers, drawn by its shocking magnificence and the flexibility of the networks that have adjusted to the progressions achieved by this normal peculiarity. Grand Prismatic Spring. Great Kaleidoscopic Spring, situated in Yellowstone Public Park in Wyoming, USA, is a hypnotizing and notorious geothermal element famous for its lively tones and striking magnificence. Settled in the halfway fountain bowl, it is the biggest natural aquifer in the U.S. and the third biggest on the planet. The spring gets its name from its distinctive and various shading, looking like a crystal with a range of tints. The focal point of the pool is a dark blue tone, encompassed by groups of green, yellow, and orange. These colors result from pigmented bacteria and thermophiles thriving in the varying temperature zones of the spring. The outer edges of the pool exhibit a brilliant red hue created by heat-loving microorganisms known as thermophiles that thrive in the hot water. Grand Prismatic Spring is fed by hot water rising from the Earth's mantle and cooler water flowing from nearby runoff. the temperature of the spring decreases with distance from its center, creating different environments suitable for the growth of distinct microbial communities. The delicate balance of temperature and microorganisms produces a breathtaking visual display that attracts visitors from around the globe. A boardwalk facilitates access to Grand Prismatic Spring, allowing visitors to observe the colorful spectacle while protecting the delicate thermal features and the surrounding environment. Lake Como, settled in the Lombardy locale of northern Italy, is a staggering regular pearl praised for its stunning landscape, enchanting towns, and sumptuous manners. Prominent for its ideal setting against the foundation of the Alps, Lake Como is the third greatest lake in Italy and one of the most significant in Europe. Enclosed by gorgeous towns like Bellagio, Verona, and Monaggio, Lake Como has been a leaned-toward area for a seriously lengthy time span, attracting subject matter experts, writers, and persons of nobility. The lake's appeal lies in its clear waters, mirroring the encompassing mountains, exquisite cypress trees, and the charming pastel-hued structures that line its shores. One of the striking highlights of Lake Como is its reversed Y shape, with the town of Como arranged at the southwestern tip. Ferries and boats crisscross the lake, providing visitors with both transportation and scenic tours. The charming waterfront promenades and historic architecture add to the region's cultural richness. Lake Como is also eminent for its extravagant estates. For example, Manor del Balbianello and Manor Carlotta, which brag dazzling nurseries and demonstrate the area's verifiable and structural importance. These estates frequently make their way for general society, permitting guests to wonder about their specialty assortments, multifaceted goods, and all-around manicured grounds. Lake Como also offers a scope of sporting exercises such as drifting and water sports. The lake's microclimate, impacted by the vicinity of the Alps, adds to gentle and lovely weather conditions over time. Lake Tahoe, riding the line of California and Nevada in the U.S., is a high lake, prestigious for its clear waters, encompassed by the Grand Sierra Nevada mountains. One of North America's biggest and most profound freshwater lakes, Lake Tahoe draws in many guests every year, offering an extraordinary mix of regular excellence and sporting open doors. Its cobalt blue waters are strikingly different from the snow-covered tops and thick pine timberlands encompassing the coastline. Lake Tahoe is an all-year objective, with each season introducing its appeal. In the colder time of year, the district changes into a colder time of year wonderland, drawing in skiers and snowboarders to its elite hotels, including Radiant, Squaw Valley, and North Star. The late spring months draw outside lovers for exercises such as climbing, mountain trekking, and water sports. The clarity of Lake Tahoe's water is legendary, with visibility often exceeding 70 feet. Preservation efforts and environmental initiatives aim to maintain this clarity, as the lake is a vital freshwater resource for the surrounding region. The towns around Lake Tahoe, including South Lake Tahoe in California and State Line in Nevada, offer a mix of entertainment, dining, and shopping experiences. The region likewise has occasions and celebrations, adding an energetic social aspect to the normal magnificence. Lake Tahoe's double-state personality gives a different scope of exercises, whether investigating the wild, getting a charge out of water-based diversion, or encountering the enthusiasm of the nearby gambling clubs. Lake Baikal, situated in Siberia, Russia, isn't the most profound and most seasoned freshwater lake on the planet, yet perhaps of the most exceptional regular marvel. Conformed to a long time back, Baikal holds around 20% of the world's fresh water, making it the biggest freshwater lake by volume. This land history adds to the lake's novel highlights, including its clear waters and biological systems. One of the most unmistakable parts of Lake Baikal is its endemic verdure. The lake is home to the Baikal seal or Nerpa, which is the main freshwater seal species on the planet. Furthermore, Baikal is hosted by a horde of other extraordinary species, including the omul fish and the Golomayanka, a clear fish that flourishes in the lake's most unimaginable waters. Throughout the cold weather months, Lake Baikal goes through a fascinating change as its surface freezes, making an immense span of ice. This frozen scene draws in adventurers and picture takers, offering the chance to investigate ice caves, ride canine sleds, and witness the strange excellence of the world's most profound lake in its colder time of year clothing. Lake Baikal isn't just stunning, but a social and otherworldly image for the neighborhood Buryat individuals who occupy the surrounding locale. The lake's immaculate climate and remarkable biological systems have prompted its assignment as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Siberian city of Irkutsk, arranged along the Angora Stream, fills in as a door to Lake Baikal. Tourists can investigate the lake's coastline, visit the beautiful Okan Island, and experience the rich social legacy of the area. The Baikal local offers valuable open doors for climbing, untamed life perception, and partaking in the serenity of this phenomenal regular setting. Loch Ness, situated in the Scottish High Countries, is maybe most popular for the legendary animals said to occupy its profundities. The amazing Loch Ness beast, tenderly known as Nessie. Be that as it may, past the secrets and old stories, Loch Ness is a staggering and broad freshwater lake with a rich history and pleasant scenes. Loch Ness is the second biggest Scottish loch by surface region. The lake's dim, peaty waters are encircled by moving slopes and lavish vegetation, making a peaceful and enamoring environment. The town of Inverness, arranged at the northeastern finish of the loch, fills in as an entryway for guests investigating this locale. The shores of Loch Ness are dotted with charming villages such as Fort Augustus, providing opportunities to immerse oneself in Scottish culture and hospitality. While the Loch Ness Monster remains a popular draw, the area offers more than just mythical intrigue. Urquhart Castle, perched on the loch's western shore, is a historic ruin that provides breathtaking views of the surroundings. The palace has seen hundreds of years of Scottish history and plays impacted different struggles, making it a captivating objective for history devotees. Boat travels on Loch Ness permit guests to partake in the beautiful magnificence of the lake while watching out for Nessie. The Caledonian Trench, which associates Loch Ness with different lochs in the incomparable glen, adds to the fascination of the district with its beautiful streams and grand strolling ways. The normal magnificence of Loch Ness stretches out past its waters, with the encompassing region offering valuable open doors for climbing, birdwatching, and investigating the incomparable Glen Way, a significant distance strolling course that goes through a portion of Scotland's most stunning scenes. Lake Pehoe, situated in the stunning Torres del Paine National Park in southern Chile, is a breathtaking glacial lake that captivates visitors with its vibrant turquoise waters and dramatic mountainous surroundings. This immaculate lake is one of the numerous normal ponders that make Torres del Paine a UNESCO Biosphere Save and well known for nature enthusiasts and outdoor lovers. The lake traverses around 12 square kilometers and is surrounded by the Paine Waterway. It sits amidst the recreation area's different scenes, encompassed by spiked pinnacles, ice sheets, and rich vegetation. The most infamous background to Lake Pehoe is the Paine Massif, a transcending mountain range highlighting the popular rock pinnacles of Cuernos del Paine. The shade of Lake Pehoe is a consequence of frigid meltwater conveying fine stone particles, known as icy flour, which give the lake its striking turquoise tone. The ever-changing weather and lighting conditions further enhance the beauty of the scenery, creating a mesmerizing play of colors throughout the day. Visitors to Lake Pehoe can enjoy various activities, including boat trips that provide stunning views of the surrounding landscapes. The lake is likewise a well-known spot for photography, offering sufficient chances to catch the impressions of the mountains on the reasonable waters. The nearby Pudeto area fills in as a door to the lake, and from that point, tourists view the climbing trails that lead to all-encompassing perspectives. The difficult, however, remunerating climbs in space offer unmatched perspectives on the lake, the Pain Massif, and the assorted verdure of Torres del Paine Public Park. Facilities around Lake Pehoe incorporate hotels and camping areas that permit guests to drench themselves in the normal excellence of this recreation area. Lake Titicaca. Roosted at a rise of 12,507 feet in the Andes Mountains, is a topographical wonder and fortune riding the boundaries of Peru and Bolivia. This sweeping freshwater lake, covering around 3,232 square miles, is the world's most elevated passable lake, dazzling tourists with its amazing excellence and significant social importance. Various islands are specked across the lake's sky-blue surface, each recounting a unique history. The Uros Island, crafted entirely from totora reeds, float delicately on the water, providing insight into a traditional lifestyle of the Yura people. Takil and Amantani natural islands with indigenous communities showcase ancient customs and vibrant textiles, offering a glimpse into the rich cultural tapestry of the Andean region. Lake Titicaca is steeped in mythology and history. In Incan lore, it is considered the birthplace of their civilization, with the god Viracocha emerging from its depths to shape the universe. This cultural significance is reflected in the ancient ruins that grace the lake's shores and islands. Lac de Sainte-Croix, a beautiful lake in the Verdun-Normal Provincial Park in the southeastern part of France, made by the development of the Sainte Croix Dam and the Verdun stream. This dazzling repository fills the needs, for example, of hydroelectric power age and water supply, and remains famous for nature and outside lovers. The lake's turquoise waters are outlined by the scenes of the Verdun Chasm, known as the Excellent Gully of Verdun. Transcending limestone precipices, thick woodlands, and lively vegetation encompass the lake, making it a stunning and serene setting. The difference between the sky, blue water, and the rough landscape adds to the visual appeal of Lac de Sainte-Croix. One of the prominent elements of the lake is its job as the doorway to the Verdun Crevice, a gorge that stretches for roughly 15 miles or 25 kilometers. Tourists frequently leave on boat trips experienced on Lac de Sainte-Croix to look at the depression, wondering about the amazing stone arrangements and the reasonable waters that breeze through the limited gorge. The shores of Lac de Sainte-Croix offer open doors for unwinding and amusement. Sandy seashores welcome sunbathers, while the encompassing slopes and trails draw in explorers and nature lovers. The lake is a famous spot for different water exercises, including swimming, cruising, and paddleboarding, giving a tonic getaway during the warm late spring months. Close by, the town of Sainte-Croix-de-Verdun sits on the lake's edge, offering enchanting facilities and a brief look into nearby life. The picturesque cruise over the lake gives a broad view of the water and the encompassing scenes, making it a brilliant encounter for those touring the district via vehicle. Dead Sea. Located at the lowest point on Earth is a remarkable saltwater lake nestled between Jordan to the east and Israel and the West Bank to the west. The Dead Sea is renowned for its extreme salinity, making it one of the saltiest bodies of water globally, with the salinity level far exceeding typical seawater. The high salt concentration of the Dead Sea, coupled with other minerals such as magnesium and potassium, creates an environment where floating is effortless. Visitors often experience the buoyancy of the water, a unique sensation attributed to the dense mineral composition. The mud of the Dead Sea is famous for its therapeutic and cosmetic properties. attracting people around the world to seek its purported health benefits. The Jordan River feeds the Dead Sea but has no outlet, resulting in high salinity levels over time. The extreme salt content prevents most aquatic life from thriving in these waters, hence the name Dead Sea. Despite its inhospitable conditions for marine organisms, the lake's surroundings boast a unique ecosystem, and the nearby desert landscapes contribute to the region's distinct charm. The shores of the Dead Sea have historical and cultural significance, with ancient sites such as Masada and Qumran situated nearby. The dead ocean mud and water characteristics have drawn in tourists for a long time, with the district often filling in as a subjective for well-being and health withdrawals. While the dead ocean's high saltiness makes swimming a novel encounter, it likewise presents difficulties to seagoing life. Endeavors are continuous to address natural worries connected with the contracting of the lake throughout the long term. Inle Lake, located in the heart of Myanmar and is actually the second largest lake in the country. Because of the mountains surrounding it on all sides, the lake has an amazing natural view and is home to many ethnic tribes of Myanmar that follow well-preserved traditions and cultures. The area surrounding the lake is also rich in animals and plant species that are very rare, and this makes the lake a must-visit place in Myanmar. At Inle Lake, you can find the perfect balance of rural Myanmarese lifestyle as well as mesmerizing natural beauty. There are 17 villages at this lake, and when you visit, you'll get a chance to interact with locals and learn some of their traditional ways of cooking, planting, fishing, and making handcrafts. Apart from learning a new lifestyle from the friendly and welcoming locals, there's also other interesting things you could get up to while visiting Inle Lake. You can observe animals in the wild at the Inle Lake Wildlife Sanctuary or ride on one-leg rowed boats. Inle Lake is the only place in the world where you will find stilt houses. There are houses that are elevated above the lake water by using sturdy stilts to support them. You can explore these unique houses where the locals would love to have you. With its amazing natural view and welcoming people, Inle Lake is a place that will make you feel welcome from the moment you step in. Lake Lucerne. Located at the west end of Lucerne, the city it was named after, the lake can be found between steep limestone mountains and is the fourth largest in Switzerland. Lake Lucerne was formed as a glacial lake about 12,000 years ago, and it has four main tributary rivers. The lake is commonly referred to as the most beautiful lake in Switzerland, and it is so beautiful that you might find yourself spending your entire day relaxing and immersing yourself in its beauty. Apart from the beautiful lake, Lake Lucerne also offers pretty lakeside villages, historical sites, and a mild climate. What else could you want? Lake Lucerne also has a reputation for being perfect for those who love to take it slowly on a vacation. So if you love the idea of lake cruises, gentle hikes, sightseeing, and long leisurely lunches where you get fresh cheese, you should definitely start packing your bags to Lake Lucerne right now. Apart from the beauty of this lake, its unique shape also draws people looking to witness it. And the best way to appreciate the dramatic shape of this lake is to explore the lake by boat, and there are many cruises available for you to choose from. Of course, it's unheard of to visit a lake as beautiful as Lake Lucerne and not swim in its tempting waters, so make sure to cross that off your list as well. With so much to see and do, Lake Lucerne and the entire city of Lucerne are definitely worth exploring. Lake Garda. Famous for its crystal clear water, Lake Garda is located in northern Italy, also known as Bonnacco. It is Italy's largest lake and can be found between Venice and Milan. With its stunning scenery, beautiful towns, incredible food, and excellent wine, it makes plenty of sense that Lake Garda is one of northern Italy's most popular tourist destinations. The perimeter of the lake is where you will find medieval villages that have castles, walls, and towers that immediately remind you of the past. Lake Garda is a gem. It's famous but not overwhelmingly crowded, making it a perfect spot to soak in inspiration. Writers and artists love it here. It's their go-to holiday haven for that instant creative spark. If you're an artist on the lookout for inspiration, Lake Garda should be on your radar. But what if you're more into action-packed adventures? No worries, there's something for everyone. Whether you prefer a leisurely stroll or an intense hike, Lake Garda has got you covered. Fancy a cable car ride to the top of Mount Baldo for that elevated hiking experience? Well, you've got it. And if you're into rock climbing, mountain biking, kayaking, sailing, or windsurfing, the options are endless. Plus, with Lake Garda's mild climate, whatever you choose to do, you're in for a treat. Lake Atitlán. Considered to be one of the most beautiful lakes in the world, Lake Atitlán is one of the most visited tourist attractions in Guatemala. It was nominated as one of the 7 wonders of the world, and the colors of its waters vary from deep blue to green. The lake was formed about 84,000 years ago because of a volcanic eruption, and it is the deepest lake in Central America. There are 3 surrounding volcanoes: Atitlán, Talamán, and San Pedro. Together, they create a breathtaking landscape. Lake Atitlán is housed in the crater of Atitlán volcano, and it has been revered as a sacred place of healing and transformation for centuries by the Mayan people. These Mayan communities have made Lake Atitlán their home, and when you visit, you can explore their local markets, temples, and landmarks, while also learning more about their history and traditions. In these communities, you will also find all sorts of crafts, including fabrics, pots, chains, drums, and bracelets that you can buy as souvenirs for yourself or family and friends back home. You can also go hiking, during which you will be able to observe a wide variety of birds, including woodpeckers and the quetzal, the national bird. Plitviče Lakes. Plitviče Lakes are 16 stunning cascading emerald lakes that can be found at the Plitviče Lakes National Park in Croatia. The national park is the oldest and largest in Croatia, and it was made famous because of the unique lakes located in it. Plitviče Lakes National Park is not only Croatia's World Heritage Site, but it is also its top natural attraction. The 16 crystalline lakes tumble into each other through a series of waterfalls, and with clouds of butterflies drifting above the wooden footbridges surrounding the water, you can expect to experience breathtaking scenery at the Plitviče Lakes National Park. When visiting the park, you can explore all 16 lakes, plus various waterfalls as well. Hiking, road trains, or boats are the main methods used by visitors to explore the intriguing national park. You can choose what method you would like based on your fitness levels and how much time you're willing to spend exploring. The worst time you could visit the national park is in July and August. During this time, parking is problematic, and there's a large number of visitors, which leads to stuffy walking tracks and long lines for buses and boats. But if you want to enjoy your visit, you should visit during spring and fall, when the waterfalls are flushed with water and the leaves are an equally beautiful sight to see. The park is also beautiful during the winter, though snow might limit access and you won't get free park transport. Sørvágsvatn. Located on the island of Vágar, Sørvágsvatn is the largest lake in the Faroe Islands, also known as the Floating Lake. Sørvágsvatn is a natural phenomenon and has gathered curiosity because of its appearance. The lake is positioned in a way that it appears to be hundreds of meters above sea level, but it's actually a magnificent optical illusion. In reality, the lake is actually 30 meters above sea level. People are buzzing about this optical illusion with its breathtaking surroundings. Sørvágsvatn is drawing in tourists from all over the globe. Getting to the floating lake is a breeze, just a bit of hiking from the Faroe Islands. It's an easy trek, suitable for kids and seniors. While you stroll, take in the beautiful scenery, and your payoff is a stunning view of the lake once you reach the cliff. There's a small fee for the trail, but trust me, seeing the floating lake makes it totally worth it. Oh, and comfy hiking shoes are a must to avoid slips on the trail. Skadar Lake. Located on the border of Albania and Montenegro, Lake Skadar is the largest lake in southern Europe. It has many other names, such as Lake Skutari, Lake Shkodër, and Lake Skodra. It is a breathtaking and wild natural wonder that is waiting to be explored, and it is surrounded by karst mountains. Getting to Lake Skadar is a breeze, and once you do, you're in for a treat. Peaceful waters, untamed shores, and wildlife galore. Birds? Over 260 species. Fish? 40 different kinds. And that's not all. Hidden monasteries, charming fishing villages, and pristine beaches complete the scene. Oh, and keep your eyes peeled in the surrounding mountains. Wild tortoises, vibrant lizards, and if you're lucky, maybe even a wild boar or a wolf in winter. Food lovers will be happy to know that the area around Lake Skadar is a haven for foodies. The lake has a perfect climate, and so it's easy to grow produce such as mandarin oranges, plums, cherries, walnuts, and figs. There's also locally produced goat cheese and honey, and all these fresh produces are used to produce spectacular mouth-watering dishes. The local cuisine is a blend of the East and West flavors, and there is a perfect local wine to pair with each dish. Don't miss the chance to discover amazing local restaurants where you will eat local delicacies to your fill. Jökulsárlón, a glacier lagoon often described as a breathtaking scene of crumbling glaciers, drifting icebergs, and stunning Icelandic wildlife. The lake has been growing over the last century and is now the deepest lake in Iceland. Because of its beauty, Jökulsárlón is referred to as a natural wonder, and there is no place like it on Earth. One of the characteristics that make the lake so unique is the diamond beach you'll find where the waters of the lagoon reach the sea. Of course, it's not real diamonds. However, the large chunks of ice sit and shine like roughly hewn diamonds, hence the name. Beyond the mind-blowing ice, the wildlife of the lagoon is another awesome reason to check it out. You'll get the opportunity to see harbor seals and many other fishes. And hey, if luck's on your side, you might spot a crew of reindeer doing their reindeer thing. Oh, and guess what? Jökulsárlón is like the VIP spot for catching the northern lights in Iceland. Hardly any light pollution to mess up your view. Trust me, a trip to this lagoon is like a ticket to an unforgettable experience. Definitely toss it into your travel must-see list. Lake Powell, commonly referred to as the most scenic lake in America. Lake Powell is an artificial reservoir on the Colorado River in Utah and Arizona. It is the second largest man-made lake in the United States, and folks who've been there swear it's a water recreation paradise. Seriously, it is a hot spot, drawing in around 2 million visitors every year. Boating, water skiing, fishing, camping, you name it, Lake Powell has got it. And here's the cool part. You can bring your own water toys or snag a rental like a houseboat or powerboat. Oh, and ATV and off-road fans, you're in luck. There are specific routes just for you in the Glen Canyon National Recreation Area. After a day packed with fun, treat yourself to a gorgeous sunset. Think oranges and purples painting the sky. And hey, don't forget that camera of yours. The sunset here makes for killer photos. Plus, it's like dinner time for the wildlife, so you might snap some incredible shots of animals and the sunset doing their thing. Winter months? Yeah, some services might take a chill pill, but the Glen Canyon National Recreation Area, home to Lake Powell, is open 24/7, 365 days a year. So wherever you're up for it, the lake's throwing out the welcome mat. Lake Kelimutu. Meaning the boiling lake, Lake Kelimutu is part of the Kelimutu National Park, and it presents a highly aesthetic value and surreal experience. The national park is located at the island of Flores in Indonesia, and it is very easy and budget-friendly to visit. There are 3 lakes sharing the name Kelimutu, and they are all located on Mount Kelimutu. The 3 lakes are equally breathtaking and are believed by the locals to be the resting place of departed souls. Because of this belief, there are no modern buildings around the lake, so as to keep it sacred. Although each lake has its own colors, the Kelimutu Lake are unpredictable when it comes to what color they are. The colors of the lakes often change between blue, green, black, white, red, and blue. Some travelers have even claimed to have seen one of the lakes have a dark brown color, just like a pond of chocolate. Trippy, right? The Kelimutu National Park protects 19 endemic and endangered animals, and it also possesses unique flora in its forest. When you visit this national park, you'll be allowed to walk around Lake Kelimutu and admire it. Unfortunately, not all parts of the lake can be accessed. Some parts are restricted due to their danger. The lake is also not safe to swim in, but their sheer beauty should be enough to reward you for your journey. Extra tip: the best time to visit is between April to November during the dry season, because the island is clear and sunny, so you will see the lake at its best. You can visit at other times, but the view may not be as clear. And that's it. All that's left to do is pack your bags and hit up some awesome lakes, one after another. Got a favorite among them? Drop it in the comments, because we're curious. And hey, give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful and enjoyable. And hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, so you're the first to know when we drop a fresh video. Catch you later!